Daily Astrology Horoscope March 1st, 2025 Planets and Signs. Welcome to your astrology forecast for March 1st. Let's begin with an overview of the planetary positions today. The Sun is in Pisces. The Sun in Pisces brings an energy of introspection, compassion, and emotional depth. During this time, you may feel a stronger connection to your intuition and a desire to explore the mysteries of life. The energy of Pisces encourages creativity, spirituality, and compassion. You might feel a stronger sense of empathy toward others, and it's a good time to focus on healing and understanding. However, be mindful of the tendency to idealize situations or people, as Pisces can sometimes blur the lines of reality. The Moon is also in Pisces. This further enhances the emotional and intuitive atmosphere of the day. The Moon in Pisces encourages reflection, sensitivity, and an increased awareness of your inner world. Your feelings may feel more fluid and difficult to define, so it's important to give yourself space to process any emotions that arise. This is a good time to engage in creative pursuits or spiritual practices that help you reconnect with your deeper self. Mercury is in Aquarius. Mercury in Aquarius stimulates intellectual curiosity and innovative thinking. Today, your thoughts may be focused on the future, technology, and progressive ideas. You may feel inspired to engage in unconventional conversations or explore topics that are outside the mainstream. This is an excellent time to communicate your unique perspective, but be cautious of appearing detached or overly intellectual in your conversations. Venus is in Pisces. With Venus in Pisces, love and relationships take on a more romantic, idealistic tone. You may feel a stronger need for emotional connection and compassion in your relationships. This placement can enhance creativity and inspire artistic expression. You might also feel more attuned to beauty in all its forms, and it's a great time for indulging in art, music, or any form of creative outlet. However, be aware of a tendency to romanticize people or situations, which could lead to disappointment if reality doesn't match expectations. Mars is in Gemini. Mars in Gemini brings an energetic and restless energy to the day. You may feel a strong urge to engage in intellectual pursuits or communicate your thoughts quickly. Your mind is likely to be very active, and you may find yourself juggling multiple tasks or ideas at once. However, be mindful of spreading yourself too thin. Mars in Gemini can also lead to mental distraction, so focus on one thing at a time to avoid feeling overwhelmed. Jupiter is in Taurus. Jupiter in Taurus brings growth and expansion in practical, grounded areas of life. This placement encourages a focus on long-term security, material comfort, and values. Today is a good time to reflect on your financial goals or any long-term projects that require patience and steady effort. Jupiter in Taurus supports growth through consistency and reliability, so focus on building a strong foundation for the future. Saturn is in Pisces. Saturn's transit through Pisces calls for a more disciplined approach to spiritual growth and emotional responsibility. You may feel compelled to confront any emotional or spiritual blockages that are holding you back. This is a time for setting realistic goals around your inner life and developing a deeper understanding of your emotional needs. While Saturn can feel restrictive, it ultimately encourages growth through structure and discipline in areas of personal development. Uranus is in Taurus, aligning with Jupiter today. This conjunction brings sudden, unexpected changes that can bring liberation or breakthroughs, particularly in areas of material security, finances, or personal values. There may be surprises or innovative ideas that push you to reassess your relationship with money or your approach to long-term stability. While these changes may feel abrupt, they can also create exciting opportunities for growth and freedom. Neptune is in Pisces, amplifying the energies of the Sun and the Moon. Neptune in Pisces heightens intuition, spirituality, and creativity. This is a time when you may feel more connected to your dreams, your inner world, or your artistic impulses. However, Neptune's influence can also bring confusion or illusion, so be cautious of making decisions based solely on intuition or idealistic dreams. It's important to stay grounded in reality as you explore the more spiritual or creative sides of yourself. Pluto is in Capricorn, nearing the final stages of its long transit through the sign of Capricorn. Pluto in Capricorn has been working to transform structures related to power, authority, and ambition. Today, Pluto's influence may continue to bring intensity to matters related to your career, long-term goals, or authority figures in your life. There could be a desire for deep transformation in these areas, or perhaps an undercurrent of tension as you work to break free from outdated systems. In summary, March 1st brings an interesting mix of energies. The Sun and Moon in Pisces encourage emotional reflection, creativity, and compassion. Mercury in Aquarius promotes intellectual exploration and unconventional thinking. Venus in Pisces enhances artistic expression and idealism in love, while Mars in Gemini brings mental restlessness and a desire for variety. Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus align, signaling unexpected opportunities for growth, while Saturn in Pisces calls for emotional responsibility. Neptune in Pisces deepens your spiritual and intuitive nature, and Pluto in Capricorn continues its transformation of long-term structures. Welcome to your astrology forecast for March 1st, Aries. Let's take a look at how the planetary positions today affect you. The Sun is in Pisces, and while this may not be your ruling sign, it does bring some subtle influences to your emotional and spiritual life. Pisces energy is introspective and sensitive, which could make you feel more reflective today. You might find yourself looking inward, contemplating your dreams, and considering your deeper emotional needs. This is a time for you to recharge and reconnect with your inner world. You may also feel a desire to engage in creative pursuits or explore new spiritual practices. The Moon is also in Pisces. This heightens the emotional and intuitive energy of the day. For Aries, this can be a time when your feelings are more intense or harder to define. You may feel a little more vulnerable or empathic than usual. The Moon's energy encourages introspection and emotional clarity, so it's a good moment to pause and check in with yourself. However, try to avoid becoming too caught up in confusion or escapism, as Pisces can blur the lines between reality and illusion. Mercury is in Aquarius, which influences your thinking and communication style. Mercury in Aquarius is all about innovation, logic, and detachment. For you, Aries, this may manifest as a desire to think outside the box and engage in conversations about unconventional topics. Your intellectual energy is high, and you might feel the urge to discuss progressive ideas or explore future-focused concepts. Just be mindful of being too distant or aloof in your communications. Focus on listening as well as speaking to ensure your ideas are understood clearly. Venus is in Pisces, which can bring a touch of romance and idealism into your relationships. While you may be used to direct and assertive energy in love, Venus in Pisces calls for a more tender and compassionate approach. You might find yourself yearning for deeper emotional connections with others. However, be cautious of putting people on a pedestal or expecting too much from them. Romantic energy today is more about emotional connection than physical attraction, so enjoy the beauty of emotional intimacy. Mars, your ruling planet, is in Gemini. Mars in Gemini brings a restless and dynamic energy to the day. You may find your energy scattered as your mind jumps from one thing to another. You'll likely feel an increased desire for variety and mental stimulation, and you may have a strong urge to express yourself verbally. However, this can also lead to distractions or difficulty focusing on one task for too long. Try to channel your energy into something that requires both mental and physical engagement to keep yourself from becoming too restless. Jupiter is in Taurus, influencing your financial and material growth. Jupiter's expansive energy in Taurus encourages you to focus on building security and long-term stability. For Aries, this could mean taking a more grounded approach to your resources or re-evaluating your personal values. There's potential for growth in practical matters today, but it will come through slow, steady progress rather than quick wins. Trust that if you remain patient and persistent, the rewards will follow. Saturn is in Pisces, and this continues its influence on your spiritual and emotional growth. Saturn's energy in Pisces calls for you to take responsibility for your inner life and confront any fears or emotional limitations. For Aries, this can be a time of spiritual restructuring or emotional discipline. You may feel challenged to face parts of yourself that you have previously avoided, but doing so will help you grow in the long run. Saturn's lessons are about creating stability in the unseen realms, so consider how you can develop more emotional resilience and spiritual clarity. Uranus is in Taurus, forming a harmonious connection with Jupiter. This alignment encourages sudden breakthroughs, especially in areas related to your values and finances. For Aries, Uranus in Taurus can bring unexpected opportunities for growth or change in how you approach money, possessions, or personal security. This could be a great time to take a calculated risk, as the energy supports positive shifts in your material world. Be open to new ways of thinking about money or values, and trust that the universe may present new paths to explore. Neptune is in Pisces, enhancing the dreamy, spiritual energies of the day. Neptune's influence amplifies intuition, creativity, and emotional sensitivity. As an Aries, you may feel more connected to your inner world or feel the urge to express your creative side. However, Neptune's energy can also make it difficult to see things clearly. Be careful of becoming disillusioned or losing focus on your practical goals. It's a good time to engage in artistic activities, but keep one foot in reality to avoid unnecessary confusion. Pluto is in Capricorn, continuing its long-term influence on your career, ambitions, and authority structures. Pluto's transformative energy can bring intense shifts in your professional life or push you to reassess your long-term goals. As an Aries, you may feel the urge to take more control over your career or break free from outdated systems. Today, Pluto encourages you to dig deep into your ambitions and ask yourself what kind of legacy you want to leave behind. You have the power to transform your professional world, but it will require deep introspection and a willingness to embrace change. In summary, March 1st brings a mix of emotional depth, intellectual stimulation, and material growth for you, Aries. The Sun and Moon in Pisces call for introspection and emotional clarity, while Mercury in Aquarius encourages innovative thinking and unconventional communication. Venus in Pisces brings idealism to relationships, and Mars in Gemini offers mental energy but also restlessness. Jupiter in Taurus and Uranus in Taurus support slow, steady growth, especially in finances, while Saturn in Pisces asks you to confront emotional responsibilities. Neptune in Pisces enhances creativity and intuition, while Pluto in Capricorn urges deep transformation in your career. Welcome to your astrology forecast for March 1st, Taurus. Let's take a look at how today's planetary positions affect you. The Sun is in Pisces, activating your 11th house of friendships, social groups, and long-term goals. This brings a focus on your social life and aspirations. You may feel more compassionate and connected to others today, with a strong desire to engage in collective efforts or work toward a common goal. Your idealism may be heightened, and you may find yourself reflecting on how you can contribute to the greater good. However, be cautious of becoming too emotionally involved or unrealistic in your expectations of others. The Moon is also in Pisces, amplifying the emotional and intuitive energies of the day. For Taurus, this could mean a deeper connection to your inner world and an increased sensitivity to the emotions of those around you. You might find yourself more introspective or inclined to withdraw from the external world to focus on your emotional well-being. It's a good time to reflect on your relationships with friends and groups, and consider whether they align with your values and long-term goals. Mercury is in Aquarius, which is in your 10th house of career, reputation, and public life. Mercury's influence here encourages you to think outside the box when it comes to your professional life. You may feel the urge to innovate or consider new ways of communicating with those in positions of authority. This is an excellent time to have intellectual conversations about your career, public image, or any long-term ambitions. However, be mindful of being too detached or impersonal in your communications. Venus, your ruling planet, is in Pisces, bringing a harmonious and compassionate energy to your friendships and social life. Venus in Pisces can inspire a deep emotional connection with those you care about. You may feel more inclined to offer support to your friends or engage in charitable endeavors. It's also a good time to engage in artistic or creative projects that involve group collaboration. However, be cautious of overextending yourself or giving too much of your emotional energy to others. Mars is in Gemini, activating your fifth house of creativity, self-expression, and romance. Mars in Gemini brings mental energy and restlessness to your creative pursuits. You may feel a strong urge to explore new hobbies, engage in creative projects, or express yourself in more dynamic ways. This energy also encourages flirtation and social interactions, but you may need to guard against becoming distracted or spreading yourself too thin. Focus on one creative project at a time to make the most of this energy. Jupiter is in Taurus, your sign, and is in a powerful position for growth and expansion. Jupiter in Taurus brings opportunities for personal growth, increased confidence, and a desire to expand your horizons. You may feel more optimistic about your future, especially in terms of your financial security and material well-being. This is a time when you can make significant strides toward your personal goals, so trust in your ability to attract abundance and success. However, be mindful of overindulgence or being too focused on material gains. Saturn is in Pisces, and its influence is felt in your 11th house of friendships, social networks, and long-term goals. Saturn's presence here calls for a more disciplined approach to your social connections and future aspirations. You may be reflecting on the quality of your friendships and considering which ones are truly supportive of your growth. This is a time to set long-term goals for your social life and to focus on building meaningful relationships that will stand the test of time. Saturn's lessons are about responsibility and structure, so consider how you can bring more organization and maturity to your social circles. Uranus is in Taurus, continuing its long-term transit through your sign. Uranus in Taurus is all about unexpected change and liberation, especially in areas related to your personal identity, values, and material world. Today, you may feel a strong urge to break free from old routines or ways of thinking. You could have a sudden insight or inspiration that shifts your perspective on a personal matter. Uranus encourages you to embrace change and trust that any disruptions are leading you toward greater freedom and authenticity. Neptune is in Pisces, activating your 11th house of friendships and dreams. Neptune's influence here enhances your idealism and connection to your larger aspirations. You may feel more compassionate or intuitive when it comes to your social interactions and long-term goals. However, Neptune can also bring confusion or a tendency to idealize your friends or group dynamics. Be cautious of being too trusting or getting lost in unrealistic expectations of others. Pluto is in Capricorn, continuing its transformative journey through your 8th house of shared resources, intimacy, and transformation. Pluto's influence can bring deep, life-altering changes in how you approach intimacy, trust, and power dynamics in your relationships. Today, you may feel a strong desire to confront any emotional or financial issues that have been lingering beneath the surface. This is a time for deep transformation, and any shifts you experience now can lead to a more empowered and authentic version of yourself. In summary, March 1st brings a combination of emotional reflection, career insights, and personal growth for you, Taurus. The Sun and Moon in Pisces bring a focus on your social life and long-term goals, while Mercury in Aquarius supports innovative thinking in your career. Venus in Pisces enhances emotional connections with friends, and Mars in Gemini brings creative and romantic energy. Jupiter in Taurus offers personal growth opportunities, while Saturn in Pisces calls for a more disciplined approach to your social networks. Uranus in Taurus encourages personal change and innovation, and Neptune in Pisces enhances your idealism in friendships. Finally, Pluto in Capricorn continues its deep transformative work in your shared resources and intimate connections. Welcome to your astrology forecast for March 1st, Gemini. Let's explore how today's planetary positions affect you. The Sun is in Pisces, activating your 10th house of career, reputation, and public life. The Sun in Pisces brings a focus on your professional life and long-term goals. Today, you may feel more compassionate or intuitive about your career path. You could also feel more connected to your public image and reputation. This is a time when you might be reflecting on your achievements and considering how to express your true self in the professional world. However, be cautious of becoming overly idealistic about your career or public status, as Pisces energy can sometimes blur reality. The Moon is also in Pisces, amplifying the emotional and intuitive energies of the day. For you, Gemini, this brings a heightened sensitivity to your career and public life. You may feel more emotionally connected to your work or to the people who influence your professional life. It's a good time to reflect on whether your current path aligns with your deeper emotional needs. However, Pisces energy can also bring confusion or uncertainty, so take care not to make decisions based solely on fleeting emotions. Mercury, your ruling planet, is in Aquarius, activating your 9th house of higher education, philosophy, and travel. Mercury in Aquarius brings a boost to your intellectual curiosity and desire to explore new ideas. You may find yourself thinking about big-picture concepts, philosophies, or new opportunities for growth. This is an excellent time for learning, teaching, or engaging in discussions about unconventional or progressive ideas. Your mind is open and forward-thinking, but be mindful of coming across as too detached or impersonal in your communications. Venus is in Pisces, influencing your career and public image as well. Venus in Pisces brings a softer, more compassionate energy to your professional life. This is a great time to focus on building harmonious relationships in your career or taking a more creative approach to your public image. You might feel more drawn to artistic or charitable endeavors within your work. However, there is a tendency to romanticize your professional life or expect too much from others, so try to keep your expectations realistic. Mars is in Gemini, your sign, activating your 1st house of self-expression, personal identity, and physical energy. Mars in your sign gives you a boost of energy and motivation. You may feel more assertive and driven to take action on your personal goals. Your thoughts and ideas are moving quickly, and you're likely to have a lot of energy to channel into any tasks that require mental agility or physical activity. However, this can also lead to restlessness, so make sure to focus your energy on one project at a time to avoid spreading yourself too thin. Jupiter is in Taurus, activating your 12th house of spirituality, intuition, and the subconscious. Jupiter's expansive energy in your 12th house brings a focus on inner growth and personal reflection. This is a good time to connect with your deeper self, explore spiritual practices, or seek guidance from within. You may experience moments of clarity or feel inspired to let go of any emotional baggage that no longer serves you. However, be cautious of overindulgence or escapism, as the 12th house can sometimes bring a tendency to withdraw or avoid facing certain truths. Saturn is in Pisces, continuing its influence on your 10th house of career and public life. Saturn in Pisces brings a more disciplined and structured approach to your professional life. You may be called to take on more responsibility in your career or focus on long-term goals that require hard work and dedication. This is a time when you might feel the need to establish clearer boundaries in your professional life or work toward greater emotional stability in your career. Saturn's energy can feel restrictive, but it ultimately helps you build a solid foundation for the future. Uranus is in Taurus, in your 12th house of the subconscious. Uranus in this position can bring sudden insights or revelations related to your inner world. You may experience unexpected breakthroughs that help you understand yourself better or unlock hidden emotions. This could be a time when you feel inspired to explore unconventional spiritual practices or psychological healing methods. Be open to change and unexpected shifts in your personal growth journey. Neptune is in Pisces, continuing to influence your career and public image. Neptune's energy in Pisces brings a more dreamy, idealistic influence to your professional life. You may feel a strong urge to pursue a career or public role that aligns with your spiritual values or creative passions. However, Neptune can also bring confusion or illusion, so it's important to remain grounded and clear about your goals. Avoid making career decisions based solely on idealistic visions without considering practical matters. Pluto is in Capricorn, continuing its long-term transformation of your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. Pluto's energy in Capricorn brings deep transformation to your one-on-one relationships. Today, you may feel a strong urge to reassess the power dynamics or emotional depth of your connections. Pluto encourages you to let go of any outdated or unhealthy patterns in your relationships and embrace a more authentic approach to intimacy and collaboration. This is a time of intense growth in your partnerships, and any changes that occur now are likely to be transformative in the long run. In summary, March 1st brings a mix of intellectual stimulation, career reflection, and personal growth for you, Gemini. The Sun and Moon in Pisces encourage emotional reflection on your professional life, while Mercury in Aquarius boosts your intellectual curiosity and desire for knowledge. Venus in Pisces brings compassion and creativity to your career, and Mars in Gemini fuels your energy for personal projects. Jupiter in Taurus encourages spiritual growth and introspection, while Saturn in Pisces helps you structure your career and long-term goals. Uranus in Taurus brings unexpected insights in your personal development, and Neptune in Pisces inspires you to follow your idealistic career dreams. Finally, Pluto in Capricorn continues its transformative work in your relationships. Welcome to your astrology forecast for March 1st, Cancer. Let's take a look at how today's planetary positions influence you. The Sun is in Pisces, activating your 9th house of higher education, philosophy, travel, and long-distance journeys. With the Sun in Pisces, your focus today may be on expanding your mind and exploring new horizons, both physically and intellectually. You may feel a strong pull toward learning, broadening your perspective, or seeking a deeper understanding of the world around you. This is a good time to reflect on your beliefs and consider how they align with your overall life goals. However, be cautious of getting lost in idealism or unrealistic expectations, as Pisces energy can sometimes create confusion. The Moon is also in Pisces, intensifying your emotional and intuitive nature. This combination of the Moon and the Sun in Pisces enhances your desire for emotional connection with broader ideas or distant places. Your intuition is heightened today, and you may find yourself feeling more emotionally sensitive to people, philosophies, or even media that challenge your worldview. It's a good time to trust your instincts, especially when it comes to exploring new ideas, but also be mindful of the tendency to escape reality or avoid facing important issues. Mercury is in Aquarius, influencing your 8th house of shared resources, intimacy, transformation, and deep emotional connections. Mercury in Aquarius encourages you to think logically and analytically about matters of shared finances, intimacy, and personal transformation. You may feel more detached when it comes to dealing with deep or intense subjects, but this can also help you gain clarity on situations that require a more rational approach. Use this time to engage in open and honest discussions about shared resources, investments, or emotional boundaries. Venus is in Pisces, bringing a gentle and compassionate influence to your 9th house of exploration and philosophy. Venus in Pisces invites you to embrace a more idealistic and romantic view of the world. You may feel drawn to spiritual or philosophical pursuits that nourish your soul and bring a sense of peace. This energy also favors connecting with others on a deeper emotional level, especially when it comes to learning or travel. However, be cautious of putting people or experiences on a pedestal and setting unrealistic expectations, as Pisces energy can lead to disappointment if the idealism doesn't match reality. Mars is in Gemini, activating your 4th house of home, family, and emotional foundation. Mars in Gemini brings mental energy and restlessness to your home life. You may feel the urge to rearrange your space, tackle family matters, or address any emotional issues that have been lingering. This is a good time to channel your energy into home improvement projects or engage in discussions with family members. However, with Mars in Gemini, you might feel scattered or indecisive at times, so it's important to stay focused on what truly matters. Jupiter is in Taurus, influencing your 11th house of friendships, social networks, and long-term aspirations. Jupiter's energy here brings expansion and growth to your social circle and long-term goals. You may find that new opportunities arise in your friendships or that you are drawn to groups and communities that share your values. This is a time when you may receive support from others to help you achieve your dreams or be inspired by the people around you. Jupiter's influence can also encourage you to think about how you can contribute to the greater good. However, be mindful of overcommitting or trying to please everyone. Saturn is in Pisces, continuing its influence on your 9th house of higher education, travel, and philosophy. Saturn in Pisces calls for a more disciplined approach to your beliefs and long-term goals. You may feel a need to take responsibility for your education or spiritual practices. This could be a time when you are confronted with the need to structure your beliefs and pursue your intellectual interests with greater focus and dedication. Saturn's energy is about creating stability and long-term growth, so consider how you can build a solid foundation for your future through learning or personal exploration. Uranus is in Taurus, activating your 11th house of friendships and aspirations. Uranus in Taurus brings unexpected changes and breakthroughs in your social life and long-term goals. Today, you may experience a shift in how you relate to your friends or the groups you belong to. There could be new opportunities for growth or sudden insights that change your approach to your social circle. Be open to new, unconventional ways of connecting with others or expanding your vision for the future. The energy of Uranus supports innovation and liberation, so trust in the changes that come. Neptune is in Pisces, continuing to influence your 9th house of higher education, spirituality, and travel. Neptune in Pisces enhances your intuition and idealism when it comes to learning, exploration, and your worldview. You may feel more connected to spiritual or philosophical pursuits that resonate deeply with your soul. This is a time for expanding your mind, but be cautious of getting lost in illusions or unrealistic beliefs. Neptune's energy can blur boundaries, so take care to stay grounded while you explore new ideas or beliefs. Pluto is in Capricorn, continuing its transformative influence on your 6th house of work, health, and daily routines. Pluto's energy in Capricorn brings deep, transformative changes to your approach to work, health, and daily life. Today, you may feel the need to dig deep into any issues related to your well-being or work life. There could be a desire to restructure your daily routines, or you might feel compelled to confront underlying problems in your health or work environment. Pluto encourages you to eliminate what no longer serves you, so consider how you can improve your overall lifestyle for long-term growth and well-being. In summary, March 1st brings a focus on exploration, intellectual growth, and transformation for you, Cancer. The Sun and Moon in Pisces activate your 9th house of higher education and philosophy, encouraging emotional and intellectual expansion. Mercury in Aquarius supports rational thinking in areas of shared resources and intimacy, while Venus in Pisces brings compassion to your beliefs and long-term aspirations. Mars in Gemini energizes your home and family life, while Jupiter in Taurus expands your social circle and future goals. Saturn in Pisces calls for discipline in your intellectual pursuits, and Uranus in Taurus brings unexpected changes in your social connections. Neptune in Pisces enhances your spiritual and philosophical exploration, while Pluto in Capricorn encourages transformation in your work and daily life. Welcome to your astrology forecast for March 1st, Leo. Let's explore how today's planetary positions influence you. The Sun is in Pisces, activating your 8th house of shared resources, intimacy, and transformation. With the Sun in Pisces, you may feel a deeper focus on your personal finances, shared resources, or emotional connections today. The energy of Pisces can heighten your sensitivity to the needs of others, and you may find yourself reflecting on what truly matters when it comes to intimacy and deeper connections. This is a time to explore the boundaries between yourself and others, and consider how you can transform your approach to shared responsibilities. Be cautious of becoming overly idealistic or emotionally involved in financial or intimate matters. The moon is also in Pisces, amplifying the emotional and intuitive energies of the day. This alignment enhances your sensitivity to your emotional landscape and your connection to shared resources or deep emotional bonds. You may feel more introspective or reflective today, especially regarding your relationships with others. It is an ideal time to work through any emotional barriers or make deep emotional connections. However, Pisces energy can sometimes create confusion, so be careful not to make hasty decisions based solely on fleeting emotions. Mercury is in Aquarius, activating your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Mercury in Aquarius encourages you to engage in innovative or unconventional thinking when it comes to your relationships, both personal and professional. You may find yourself having more intellectual conversations with your partners, or perhaps considering new ways to approach collaboration. Today could be an excellent time for discussing long-term commitments or working on communication issues within your close relationships. However, be mindful of being too detached or impersonal, as Aquarius energy can sometimes feel emotionally distant. Venus is in Pisces, influencing your 8th house of shared resources and intimacy. Venus in Pisces brings a gentle, compassionate energy to your deeper emotional connections. You may feel more drawn to vulnerable, intimate exchanges or be more willing to share with others on a deeper level. This energy also supports financial arrangements, such as shared investments or resources. It's a time to focus on building trust and nurturing your relationships. However, with Pisces idealism, you may need to guard against being overly idealistic in your expectations of others or giving too much of yourself. Mars is in Gemini, activating your 3rd house of communication, learning, and short trips. Mars in Gemini brings mental energy and restlessness to your daily interactions. You may feel more motivated to engage in intellectual pursuits, have stimulating conversations, or work on short-term projects that require mental agility. This is a great time to express your ideas and initiate communication, whether in personal or professional settings. However, Mars in Gemini can also make you prone to distractions, so it's important to stay focused and avoid spreading yourself too thin. Jupiter is in Taurus, influencing your 10th house of career, reputation, and public life. Jupiter in Taurus brings a favorable influence to your professional life and long-term goals. This is a time when you may see growth and opportunities in your career, especially in areas that require patience, hard work, and practical efforts. You may feel more optimistic about your future, and others could be recognizing your efforts. However, Jupiter's influence can also lead to overconfidence, so be mindful of taking on more than you can handle or overestimating your abilities. Saturn is in Pisces, continuing its influence on your 8th house of shared resources, intimacy, and transformation. Saturn in Pisces asks you to approach matters of intimacy and shared resources with more responsibility and discipline. You may be called to take a more serious, structured approach to emotional or financial matters, focusing on long-term stability. This is a time for deep reflection on the nature of your emotional bonds and whether they align with your long-term values. Saturn's influence can feel restrictive, but it helps you build lasting foundations in relationships and finances. Uranus is in Taurus, activating your 10th house of career and public life. Uranus in Taurus brings sudden, unexpected changes in your professional life or reputation. You may experience breakthroughs or disruptions in your career, or feel the need to change the direction of your public life. Be open to new and unconventional ways of achieving your goals, as Uranus encourages innovation and the liberation from outdated structures. These changes may feel unpredictable, but they can lead to greater freedom and personal growth in your professional life. Neptune is in Pisces, continuing its influence on your 8th house of shared resources and transformation. Neptune in Pisces brings a dreamy, idealistic energy to your deeper emotional connections and financial arrangements. You may feel more connected to your intuition when dealing with shared resources, or you may have a heightened sensitivity to the needs of your partners. However, Neptune can also blur boundaries, so be careful not to idealize your relationships or financial matters. Stay grounded to avoid misunderstandings or disillusionment. Pluto is in Capricorn, continuing its transformative journey through your fifth house of creativity, self-expression, and romance. Pluto's influence here encourages deep transformation in how you express yourself creatively or romantically. Today, you may feel a powerful urge to break free from old patterns in your creative projects or in your romantic life. Pluto asks you to embrace transformation, letting go of outdated ways of thinking or being in love. This is a time to reinvent how you connect with your inner creative spirit and approach love and self-expression. In summary, March 1st brings a blend of transformation, creativity, and introspection for you, Leo. The Sun and Moon in Pisces encourage emotional reflection on your deeper relationships and shared resources. Mercury in Aquarius boosts your communication in partnerships, while Venus in Pisces brings compassion to your intimate bonds. Mars in Gemini fuels your intellectual energy and communication, while Jupiter in Taurus brings career opportunities and growth. Saturn in Pisces calls for discipline in matters of intimacy and shared resources, and Uranus in Taurus brings unexpected changes in your career. Neptune in Pisces enhances your intuition in financial and emotional matters, and Pluto in Capricorn continues its transformative work in your creative and romantic life. Welcome to your astrology forecast for March 1st, Virgo. Let's explore how today's planetary positions influence you. The Sun is in Pisces, activating your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, and collaborations. With the Sun in Pisces, today brings a focus on your one-on-one relationships, whether they're personal or professional. You may feel a stronger desire to connect with others on a deeper, more meaningful level. This is an ideal time to reflect on the balance in your relationships and how you can bring more compassion and understanding into your partnerships. However, be cautious of idealizing others or allowing emotional confusion to cloud your judgment. The Moon is also in Pisces, amplifying the emotional and intuitive energy of the day. This combination of the Moon and Sun in Pisces heightens your sensitivity in relationships. You may feel more emotionally attuned to the people around you, which could lead to more profound emotional connections. This is a time to listen to your intuition, but be careful not to become overly emotional or impressionable. Pisces energy can sometimes create foggy boundaries, so it's important to remain grounded while connecting with others. Mercury, your ruling planet, is in Aquarius, influencing your 6th house of work, health, and daily routines. Mercury in Aquarius brings a focus on innovative thinking and new ideas related to your work or daily habits. You may feel inspired to change up your routines, adopt new systems at work, or find unique solutions to health issues. This is an excellent time to focus on improving efficiency or incorporating new technologies or approaches into your daily life. However, be mindful of being too detached or overly analytical, as Aquarius energy can sometimes lack emotional consideration. Venus is in Pisces, influencing your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Venus in Pisces brings a soft, compassionate energy to your interactions with others. You may feel a stronger desire to nurture your relationships and bring more warmth and understanding into your connections. This is a great time for deepening bonds with loved ones or finding creative ways to communicate your love and affection. However, Pisces energy can sometimes lead to unrealistic expectations or a tendency to put others on a pedestal, so try to remain realistic in your relationship expectations. Mars is in Gemini, activating your 2nd house of finances, possessions, and values. Mars in Gemini brings an energetic, communicative influence to your financial situation. You may feel motivated to take action in terms of managing your finances or negotiating deals related to your possessions. Your mind is sharp, and you may be more assertive when it comes to discussing money or material goods. However, with Mars in Gemini, you might find yourself jumping from one financial idea to the next, so it's important to stay focused and avoid impulsive decisions. Jupiter is in Taurus, influencing your ninth house of higher education, travel, and philosophy. Jupiter in Taurus brings a period of growth and expansion in areas related to learning, travel, and expanding your worldview. You may feel more optimistic about pursuing new educational or spiritual goals, or perhaps you are planning a journey to broaden your horizons. This is a time when new opportunities may arise that allow you to grow intellectually or expand your understanding of the world. However, be cautious of overindulging or becoming too focused on material pursuits at the expense of spiritual or intellectual growth. Saturn is in Pisces, continuing to influence your seventh house of relationships and partnerships. Saturn in Pisces asks you to bring structure and responsibility to your personal and professional relationships. You may feel the need to take a more serious or disciplined approach to your partnerships, whether it's committing to a long-term relationship or setting clear boundaries with others. While Saturn's influence can feel heavy at times, it helps to solidify long-term relationships and build a stable foundation. This is a time for honest reflection on your relationship dynamics. Uranus is in Taurus, activating your ninth house of higher learning and personal growth. Uranus in Taurus brings sudden changes or breakthroughs in how you approach learning, travel, or philosophical beliefs. You may feel inspired to explore unconventional or progressive ideas, or you could experience an unexpected shift in your worldview. Be open to new and innovative ways of thinking, as Uranus encourages freedom and individuality. These shifts may bring new opportunities for personal growth or broaden your understanding of the world in unexpected ways. Neptune is in Pisces, continuing its influence on your seventh house of partnerships. Neptune in Pisces enhances your idealistic and compassionate nature when it comes to your relationships. You may feel a strong pull toward deeper emotional connections with others, seeking out meaningful bonds that align with your spiritual or creative values. However, Neptune can sometimes create confusion or disillusionment, so be cautious of seeing others through rose-colored glasses or allowing your own dreams and fantasies to cloud your judgment. Pluto is in Capricorn, continuing its long-term transformation of your fourth house of home, family, and emotional foundation. Pluto's influence in your fourth house brings deep changes to your home life, family dynamics, or your emotional foundation. Today, you may feel the need to transform your living situation or confront deeper emotional patterns related to your family or past. Pluto encourages you to let go of old emotional baggage or unhealthy attachments in order to create a more solid, empowered foundation for yourself. This is a time of emotional healing and renewal within your personal life. In summary, March 1st brings a focus on relationships, communication, and personal growth for you, Virgo. The Sun and Moon in Pisces highlight your seventh house of partnerships, encouraging deeper emotional connections. Mercury in Aquarius stimulates your work and health routines, while Venus in Pisces brings compassion and creativity to your relationships. Mars in Gemini energizes your finances and possessions, and Jupiter in Taurus expands your horizons through learning and travel. Saturn in Pisces calls for structure in your relationships, while Uranus in Taurus brings unexpected shifts in your philosophy and worldview. Neptune in Pisces enhances your idealism in partnerships, and Pluto in Capricorn continues to transform your emotional foundation and home life. Welcome to your astrology forecast for March 1st, Libra. Let's explore how today's planetary positions influence you. The Sun is in Pisces, activating your sixth house of work, health, and daily routines. With the Sun in Pisces, today brings a focus on your daily life, health, and work environment. You may feel a stronger desire to nurture your well-being and focus on improving your routines. This is a time to reflect on the balance between your work, personal health, and daily responsibilities. You may also feel more inclined to be of service to others or engage in work that has a compassionate or healing aspect. However, be cautious of overextending yourself or getting lost in idealistic expectations. The Moon is also in Pisces, amplifying the emotional and intuitive energy of the day. This combination of the Sun and Moon in Pisces brings a heightened sensitivity to your daily routines and health. You may feel more emotionally affected by the environment you're in or the work you're doing today. It's a good time to focus on your emotional well-being and create a sense of harmony in your daily life. However, Pisces energy can also blur boundaries, so try not to over-idealize situations or become emotionally overwhelmed by your obligations. Mercury is in Aquarius, influencing your fifth house of creativity, self-expression, and romance. Mercury in Aquarius encourages you to think outside the box when it comes to expressing yourself creatively or romantically. You may feel more open to unconventional ideas or unique approaches to your hobbies, interests, or romantic connections. This is an excellent time for creative brainstorming or pursuing new activities that stimulate your mind and spark your imagination. However, be mindful of being too detached or analytical in matters of the heart, as Aquarius energy can sometimes feel emotionally distant. Venus is in Pisces, influencing your sixth house of work and health. Venus in Pisces brings a compassionate and artistic influence to your daily routines. You may feel more inclined to engage in work that is creative, nurturing, or that aligns with your values. This is a good time to find beauty in the small, everyday tasks or to focus on self-care and improving your health. You might also find yourself more drawn to helping others in your workplace or finding ways to bring more peace and harmony to your work environment. However, be cautious of overindulging or neglecting practical matters in favor of idealistic pursuits. Mars is in Gemini, activating your first house of self, appearance, and identity. Mars in Gemini brings a boost of energy to your personal expression and your approach to new projects. You may feel more motivated to take action in terms of your self-image, appearance, or new personal endeavors. This is a good time to assert yourself, initiate new beginnings, or start a personal project that excites you. However, Mars in Gemini can also make you restless or easily distracted, so it's important to stay focused on your goals and avoid scattered energy. Jupiter is in Taurus, influencing your eighth house of shared resources, intimacy, and transformation. Jupiter in Taurus brings growth and expansion to areas related to finances, joint resources, or intimate relationships. You may experience a period of financial growth through shared ventures or benefit from someone else's resources. This is also a time when your intimate connections may deepen, as Jupiter encourages trust and openness. However, be cautious of overindulgence or placing too much focus on material gain at the expense of emotional depth. Saturn is in Pisces, continuing its influence on your sixth house of work, health, and daily routines. Saturn in Pisces encourages you to take a more disciplined and structured approach to your daily tasks, work responsibilities, and personal well-being. You may feel the need to work harder to maintain balance in your routines, or perhaps you are learning how to bring more order to areas of your life that feel chaotic. While Saturn's influence can feel restrictive at times, it helps you create lasting foundations and find long-term solutions to your health and work challenges. Uranus is in Taurus, activating your eighth house of shared resources and transformation. Uranus in Taurus brings unexpected changes in how you handle money, investments, or shared financial matters. You may experience a sudden shift in your financial situation or receive an unexpected opportunity for growth through shared resources. This is a time for embracing change and being open to new ways of dealing with money or intimate matters. While the energy of Uranus can feel unpredictable, it can also lead to liberation and breakthroughs in areas that have been stagnant. Neptune is in Pisces, continuing to influence your sixth house of work, health, and daily routines. Neptune in Pisces brings a dreamy, idealistic energy to your daily tasks and well-being. You may feel a desire to infuse your work or health routines with more creativity or compassion. This is a time when your intuition can guide you to make improvements in your health or daily environment. However, Neptune's influence can also lead to confusion or escapism, so be careful not to ignore practical matters in favor of unrealistic ideals. Pluto is in Capricorn, continuing its transformative influence on your third house of communication, learning, and local environment. Pluto in Capricorn encourages deep transformation in how you communicate and learn. Today, you may feel a strong desire to express yourself with more intensity or to confront difficult conversations with family or close neighbors. Pluto's energy brings powerful change, and you may feel the need to eliminate outdated ideas or beliefs that no longer serve you. This is a time for letting go of limiting patterns in your communication style or in how you process information. In summary, March 1st brings a focus on your daily life, work, and relationships for you, Libra. The Sun and Moon in Pisces highlight your 6th house of work and health, encouraging you to find balance and compassion in your routines. Mercury in Aquarius stimulates creativity and self-expression, while Venus in Pisces brings harmony and beauty to your work environment. Mars in Gemini energizes your personal projects, and Jupiter in Taurus expands your finances and intimate connections. Saturn in Pisces calls for discipline in your daily routines, while Uranus in Taurus brings unexpected changes in shared resources. Neptune in Pisces enhances your intuition for work and health matters, and Pluto in Capricorn continues its transformative influence on communication and learning. Welcome to your astrology forecast for March 1st, Scorpio. Let's explore how today's planetary positions influence you. The Sun is in Pisces, activating your 5th house of creativity, self-expression, and romance. With the Sun in Pisces, today brings a focus on your creative projects, hobbies, and romantic life. You may feel a strong urge to express yourself creatively or engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. This is a time to let your imagination run wild and embrace any inspiration that comes your way. In your romantic life, you may feel more compassionate and idealistic, but be mindful of over-idealizing your partner or romantic prospects. The Moon is also in Pisces, amplifying the emotional and intuitive energy of the day. This combination of the Sun and Moon in Pisces brings a heightened sensitivity to your emotions and creativity. You may feel more emotionally connected to your creative endeavors or romantic interests today. It's a good time to follow your intuition and allow your emotions to guide you in expressing yourself or connecting with others. However, Pisces energy can sometimes bring confusion or a lack of clarity, so stay grounded in your emotional experiences. Mercury is in Aquarius, influencing your 4th house of home, family, and emotional foundation. Mercury in Aquarius encourages you to think differently about your home environment or family dynamics. You may feel inspired to implement innovative or unconventional ideas in your living space, or you could engage in intellectual conversations with family members. This is a time to focus on improving communication within your home or emotional life, but be mindful of becoming too detached or emotionally distant in your approach. Venus is in Pisces, influencing your 5th house of creativity and romance. Venus in Pisces brings a soft, compassionate influence to your creative expression and romantic relationships. You may feel more inclined to nurture your artistic pursuits or express your love in a gentle, nurturing way. This is a time to indulge in romantic or creative activities that inspire you. However, with Pisces energy, be careful of idealizing your relationships or creative projects, as Neptune's influence can create unrealistic expectations or blur boundaries. Mars is in Gemini, activating your 12th house of spirituality, isolation, and subconscious patterns. Mars in Gemini brings an active, restless energy to your inner world. You may feel the urge to explore your subconscious thoughts or engage in spiritual practices that help you connect with your deeper self. You might also experience a burst of energy to work through any hidden emotional issues or unfinished business. However, Mars in the 12th house can sometimes lead to frustration or confusion if you're unable to express yourself clearly, so it's important to be patient with yourself. Jupiter is in Taurus, influencing your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, and collaborations. Jupiter in Taurus brings growth and expansion to your close relationships. You may feel a greater sense of optimism and hope in your romantic partnerships or business collaborations. This is a time when your relationships could experience growth, whether through deeper emotional connections or new opportunities for partnership. However, be cautious of overindulgence or placing unrealistic expectations on others. Jupiter's influence can sometimes lead to overestimating what others are willing to give. Saturn is in Pisces, continuing its influence on your fifth house of creativity and romance. Saturn in Pisces calls for structure and discipline in matters of love, creativity, and self-expression. You may feel the need to take a more serious, committed approach to your artistic pursuits or romantic life. This is a time to build a solid foundation in areas that require long-term effort and dedication. While Saturn's influence can feel restrictive, it helps you create lasting success in creative endeavors or stable, long-term relationships. Uranus is in Taurus, activating your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. Uranus in Taurus brings sudden and unexpected changes in your relationships, both personal and professional. You may experience a shift in how you connect with others, or find yourself unexpectedly drawn to a partner who is unconventional or different from your usual type. Be open to new ways of relating to others, as Uranus encourages liberation and freedom in your partnerships. However, these changes can be unpredictable, so try to remain flexible and adaptable. Neptune is in Pisces, continuing to influence your fifth house of creativity and romance. Neptune in Pisces enhances your idealistic and imaginative nature in matters of love and self-expression. You may feel a stronger connection to your creative projects or a desire to express yourself in a more spiritual or artistic way. In romance, you may be drawn to deep, soul-level connections or feel more compassionate and loving toward your partner. However, Neptune's influence can sometimes lead to confusion or unrealistic expectations, so be careful not to idealize your romantic life or creative endeavors too much. Pluto is in Capricorn, continuing its transformative influence on your second house of finances, possessions, and values. Pluto in Capricorn brings deep transformation to your financial situation and how you value yourself. Today, you may feel compelled to address financial matters with greater intensity or undergo a major shift in how you view material wealth. This is a time for letting go of outdated financial habits or values that no longer serve your goals. Pluto's influence encourages you to create a more empowered relationship with money and material resources. In summary, March 1st brings a focus on creativity, relationships, and personal transformation for you, Scorpio. The Sun and Moon in Pisces highlight your fifth house of creativity and romance, encouraging you to embrace self-expression and love. Mercury in Aquarius stimulates intellectual energy in your home and family life, while Venus in Pisces enhances your romantic and artistic pursuits. Mars in Gemini energizes your spiritual and subconscious realms, and Jupiter in Taurus brings growth and opportunities in your partnerships. Saturn in Pisces calls for discipline in matters of love and creativity, while Uranus in Taurus brings unexpected shifts in your relationships. Neptune in Pisces enhances your intuition in romance and creativity, and Pluto in Capricorn continues to transform your approach to money and values. Welcome to your astrology forecast for March 1st, Sagittarius. Let's explore how today's planetary positions influence you. The Sun is in Pisces, activating your fourth house of home, family, and emotional foundation. With the Sun in Pisces, today brings a focus on your home life, family dynamics, and emotional well-being. You may feel a stronger desire to nurture your family or create a more harmonious and peaceful environment at home. This is a good time to reflect on your roots and your emotional foundation, as well as to strengthen your connection to family or those you consider your inner circle. However, be cautious of being overly sentimental or escaping reality in the comfort of home. The Moon is also in Pisces, amplifying the emotional and intuitive energy of the day. The Moon's presence in Pisces deepens your emotional sensitivity, especially when it comes to your home or family matters. You may feel more in touch with your inner emotions and the emotional needs of those around you. This is a time to listen to your intuition and create a sense of emotional security within your home life. However, Pisces energy can sometimes create confusion or make it harder to establish clear boundaries, so be mindful of your emotional state and avoid being swept away by over-idealized visions of family or home life. Mercury is in Aquarius, influencing your third house of communication, learning, and local environment. Mercury in Aquarius stimulates your intellectual energy and enhances your ability to communicate with others in an unconventional or innovative way. This is a good time to explore new ideas, engage in stimulating conversations, or learn something new that excites your mind. You may feel inspired to express your thoughts and ideas more freely, but be cautious of coming across as too detached or impersonal in your interactions. Venus is in Pisces, influencing your fourth house of home, family, and emotional foundation. Venus in Pisces brings a compassionate, loving influence to your home life and family relationships. You may feel a greater desire to nurture your family members or create a peaceful, beautiful space at home. This is a good time to indulge in activities that bring you comfort, like decorating your living space or spending quality time with loved ones. However, Pisces energy can sometimes lead to overly idealistic expectations of family life, so try to stay grounded in reality and avoid creating unrealistic fantasies about your home or relationships. Mars is in Gemini, activating your 11th house of friendships, social networks, and aspirations. Mars in Gemini energizes your social life and your connections with others. You may feel motivated to take action in pursuit of your goals, especially those related to friendships or group activities. This is a time to assert yourself in social situations and push forward with your ambitions. However, Mars in Gemini can also make you feel restless or distracted, so be mindful of spreading your energy too thin and avoid becoming too scattered in your social or professional endeavors. Jupiter is in Taurus, influencing your sixth house of work, health, and daily routines. Jupiter in Taurus brings opportunities for growth and expansion in your daily life, particularly in areas related to work, health, and routines. You may feel optimistic about improving your work environment, adopting new health habits, or making your daily routines more efficient. This is a time to focus on building stability and long-term growth in these areas. However, be cautious of overindulgence or becoming complacent with the status quo, as Jupiter's influence can sometimes lead to excess or overextension. Saturn is in Pisces, continuing its influence on your fourth house of home, family, and emotional foundation. Saturn in Pisces encourages you to bring more structure and discipline to your home life and family relationships. You may feel the need to create a more stable and secure environment at home or take on more responsibilities related to your family. This is a time to build lasting foundations in your emotional life and confront any emotional barriers or limitations that may be holding you back. While Saturn's influence can feel restrictive at times, it helps you create long-term stability and a stronger emotional foundation. Uranus is in Taurus, activating your sixth house of work, health, and daily routines. Uranus in Taurus brings sudden and unexpected changes to your daily routines or work environment. You may experience breakthroughs or disruptions in these areas, but these changes could also lead to innovation and personal growth. Be open to new and unconventional approaches to your work or health habits, as Uranus encourages freedom and individuality in your daily life. While change may be unsettling at times, it can also bring unexpected opportunities for improvement. Neptune is in Pisces, continuing to influence your fourth house of home, family, and emotional foundation. Neptune in Pisces enhances your idealistic and spiritual approach to your home and family life. You may feel more compassionate or spiritually connected to your family members, or you may want to create a more nurturing and peaceful home environment. However, Neptune's influence can sometimes create confusion or unrealistic expectations in your home life. Be mindful of any tendencies to escape reality or idealize your family or home situation. Pluto is in Capricorn, continuing its transformative influence on your first house of self, appearance, and identity. Pluto in Capricorn encourages deep transformation in your personal identity, appearance, and how you present yourself to the world. Today, you may feel a desire to reinvent yourself or confront any aspects of your identity that no longer serve you. This is a time to release old patterns and embrace new ways of expressing yourself. Pluto's influence can be intense, but it also offers an opportunity for profound personal growth and empowerment. In summary, March 1st brings a focus on your home life, family, and personal transformation for you, Sagittarius. The Sun and Moon in Pisces highlight your fourth house of home and emotional foundation, encouraging you to nurture your family and create emotional security at home. Mercury in Aquarius stimulates your intellectual energy in communication and learning, while Venus in Pisces brings compassion and creativity to your home life. Mars in Gemini energizes your social life and aspirations, and Jupiter in Taurus expands your work and health routines. Saturn in Pisces calls for discipline in your emotional life and home environment, while Uranus in Taurus brings unexpected changes in your daily routines. Neptune in Pisces enhances your spiritual approach to family and home matters, and Pluto in Capricorn continues to transform your personal identity. Welcome to your astrology forecast for March 1st, Capricorn. Let's explore how today's planetary positions influence you. The Sun is in Pisces, activating your third house of communication, learning, and local environment. With the Sun in Pisces, today brings a focus on how you communicate, exchange ideas, and connect with your immediate surroundings. You may feel inspired to express yourself more creatively or to engage in conversations that are more emotionally and spiritually fulfilling. This is a good time to focus on learning new skills or connecting with others in your community. However, be mindful of getting lost in idealistic or unrealistic ideas, as Pisces energy can sometimes cloud your thinking. The Moon is also in Pisces, amplifying the emotional and intuitive energy of the day. The combination of the Sun and Moon in Pisces heightens your emotional sensitivity, especially when it comes to communication and your immediate environment. You may feel more introspective or sensitive to the words and actions of others today. Your intuition could be particularly strong, helping you pick up on unspoken feelings or subtle messages. However, be cautious of emotional overwhelm or confusion, as Pisces energy can sometimes create a foggy emotional state. Mercury is in Aquarius, influencing your second house of finances, possessions, and values. Mercury in Aquarius stimulates your intellect and encourages you to think outside the box when it comes to your financial situation or the things you value most. You may find yourself coming up with innovative ways to manage your money, or you could be drawn to unconventional investments or financial strategies. This is also a good time to reassess your personal values and how they align with your current financial goals. However, be mindful of being too detached or impersonal in your approach to money or possessions. Venus is in Pisces, influencing your third house of communication and local environment. Venus in Pisces brings a compassionate, artistic influence to your interactions and daily exchanges. You may feel more inclined to express your emotions in a soft, gentle way or to connect with others on a deeper, more spiritual level. This is a time to focus on creating beauty in your communication, whether through art, writing, or simply spending time with those who inspire you. However, be cautious of over-idealizing others or becoming too emotionally involved in your day-to-day interactions. Mars is in Gemini, activating your 10th house of career, reputation, and public life. Mars in Gemini brings a burst of energy to your professional life and ambitions. You may feel motivated to pursue career goals with greater focus and determination. This is a time to take action in areas related to your reputation or public standing. Your communication skills may be key to your success today, as Mars in Gemini supports quick thinking and adaptability. However, be cautious of spreading yourself too thin or becoming too scattered in your professional endeavors. Jupiter is in Taurus, influencing your 5th house of creativity, self-expression, and romance. Jupiter in Taurus brings growth and expansion to your creative pursuits, hobbies, and romantic life. You may feel more inspired to engage in activities that bring you joy or to pursue relationships that feel deeply fulfilling. This is a good time to focus on your passions, whether they are related to art, romance, or personal expression. However, be mindful of overindulgence, as Jupiter's influence can sometimes lead to excess or a tendency to take things for granted. Saturn is in Pisces, continuing its influence on your third house of communication and local environment. Saturn in Pisces calls for more discipline and structure in how you express yourself or in your interactions with your immediate environment. You may feel the need to establish clearer boundaries in your communication or to take a more serious approach to your relationships with siblings, neighbors, or local community members. This is a time to build a solid foundation in your communication skills or to address any areas where you may have been avoiding difficult conversations. Uranus is in Taurus, activating your fifth house of creativity and self-expression. Uranus in Taurus brings sudden changes and unexpected breakthroughs in areas related to creativity, romance, or personal hobbies. You may find yourself pursuing unconventional or innovative ways to express your creative ideas or to engage in romantic relationships. This is a time for embracing change and being open to new, exciting possibilities in your personal life. However, be mindful of being too rebellious or resistant to traditional approaches, as Uranus energy can sometimes lead to sudden shifts that feel destabilizing. Neptune is in Pisces, continuing to influence your third house of communication and local environment. Neptune in Pisces enhances your intuition and imagination when it comes to how you communicate and connect with your local community. You may feel more inspired to express yourself through artistic or spiritual means, or you could find that your communication is more emotionally charged today. However, Neptune's influence can sometimes lead to confusion or a lack of clarity in your interactions, so be careful of misunderstandings or illusions in your conversations. Pluto is in Capricorn, continuing its transformative influence on your first house of self, appearance, and identity. Pluto in Capricorn brings a deep transformation to your personal identity and how you present yourself to the world. Today, you may feel a stronger urge to let go of outdated beliefs or aspects of your personality that no longer serve you. This is a time for reinventing yourself and embracing your personal power. While Pluto's influence can be intense, it offers an opportunity for profound personal growth and empowerment, allowing you to shed old patterns and step into a more authentic version of yourself. In summary, March 1st brings a focus on communication, creativity, and personal transformation for you, Capricorn. The Sun and Moon in Pisces highlight your third house of communication and local environment, encouraging you to express yourself with compassion and intuition. Mercury in Aquarius stimulates your financial thinking, while Venus in Pisces enhances your ability to connect with others emotionally. Mars in Gemini energizes your career and public life, and Jupiter in Taurus brings growth to your creative and romantic pursuits. Saturn in Pisces encourages you to build discipline in your communication, while Uranus in Taurus brings unexpected changes to your creative projects. Neptune in Pisces enhances your intuitive communication, and Pluto in Capricorn continues to transform your personal identity. Welcome to your astrology forecast for March 1st, Aquarius. Let's explore how today's planetary positions influence you. The Sun is in Pisces, activating your second house of finances, possessions, and values. With the Sun in Pisces, today brings a focus on your financial situation and what you value most in life. You may feel a deeper connection to your personal resources or find yourself re-evaluating your financial goals. This is a time to reflect on your material possessions and whether they truly align with your values. While Pisces energy can inspire idealism, it can also help you tap into your intuition when making financial decisions. The Moon is also in Pisces, amplifying the emotional and intuitive energy of the day. With both the Sun and Moon in Pisces, your emotional focus may shift toward your sense of security, both financial and emotional. You could feel more sentimental about your possessions or the way you use your resources. Pay attention to your intuition today, as it may help guide you in making decisions related to money or your sense of self-worth. However, be cautious of becoming overly emotional or idealistic about your finances, as Pisces energy can blur boundaries. Mercury is in Aquarius, influencing your first house of self, appearance, and identity. Mercury in Aquarius enhances your intellectual energy and communication skills. You may feel more curious about how you express yourself or what ideas and beliefs you want to share with the world. This is a good time to engage in conversations that expand your mind and align with your personal truth. Your unique perspective will likely shine today, and you may find yourself speaking up more confidently about what matters to you. However, be mindful of coming across as too detached or overly analytical in your interactions. Venus is in Pisces, influencing your second house of finances and values. Venus in Pisces brings a compassionate and artistic influence to your financial life. You may feel inspired to spend money on items that have emotional or spiritual value rather than purely material worth. This is a good time to indulge in experiences or possessions that bring you a sense of inner peace or creativity. However, be cautious of overindulging in luxuries or spending too much on things that may not hold long-term value. Mars is in Gemini, activating your ninth house of higher education, travel, and philosophy. Mars in Gemini brings an energetic boost to your intellectual pursuits and personal beliefs. You may feel motivated to explore new ideas, dive deeper into subjects that interest you, or plan for a journey, whether literal or metaphorical. This is a time to take action on your personal growth and to challenge your existing worldview. However, Mars in Gemini can sometimes lead to restlessness, so be mindful of scattering your energy too thin or jumping into too many projects at once. Jupiter is in Taurus, influencing your fourth house of home, family, and emotional foundation. Jupiter in Taurus brings opportunities for growth and expansion in your domestic life. You may feel inspired to improve your home environment, whether by making it more comfortable, beautiful, or aligned with your values. Family relationships could experience growth, or you may find a greater sense of emotional security through your home life. This is a good time to focus on building stability in your personal life. However, be mindful of overindulgence or becoming too attached to material comforts. Saturn is in Pisces, continuing its influence on your second house of finances and values. Saturn in Pisces encourages you to take a more disciplined and realistic approach to your money, possessions, and values. You may feel a need to establish stronger financial boundaries or to work hard on building long-term security. While Saturn's influence can sometimes feel restrictive, it also provides an opportunity to build a solid foundation in areas related to your material world. This is a time to address any financial limitations and take practical steps toward greater stability. Uranus is in Taurus, activating your fourth house of home, family, and emotional foundation. Uranus in Taurus brings unexpected changes and breakthroughs in your domestic life. You may experience sudden shifts in your living situation, family dynamics, or emotional needs. This could lead to greater freedom or a desire to reinvent your home environment. While these changes can be unpredictable, they can also bring new opportunities for growth and personal transformation. Be open to new ways of creating a sense of home and emotional security. Neptune is in Pisces, continuing to influence your second house of finances and values. Neptune in Pisces enhances your idealism and imagination in the areas of money and possessions. You may feel more drawn to spiritual or artistic pursuits that bring you a sense of emotional fulfillment, rather than focusing solely on material wealth. This is a time to connect with your intuition when it comes to finances, but be cautious of over-idealizing your situation or making financial decisions based on unrealistic expectations. Be mindful of any tendency to escape reality or neglect practical matters. Pluto is in Capricorn, continuing its transformative influence on your 12th house of spirituality, subconscious, and hidden matters. Pluto in Capricorn continues to push you toward deep transformation in your spiritual life or subconscious mind. Today, you may feel a desire to confront hidden fears or release old patterns that have been limiting your growth. This is a time for profound inner work, where you may uncover truths about yourself that have been buried for a long time. While this process can be intense, it offers the opportunity for powerful healing and personal empowerment. In summary, March 1st brings a focus on your finances, values, and emotional security for you, Aquarius. The Sun and Moon in Pisces highlight your second house of money and possessions, encouraging you to reflect on your values and financial goals. Mercury in Aquarius stimulates your personal expression and communication, while Venus in Pisces brings compassion and creativity to your financial and material pursuits. Mars in Gemini energizes your intellectual and philosophical pursuits, and Jupiter in Taurus brings growth to your home and family life. Saturn in Pisces calls for discipline in your finances, while Uranus in Taurus brings unexpected changes in your domestic world. Neptune in Pisces enhances your idealism in financial matters, and Pluto in Capricorn continues to transform your spiritual and subconscious life. Welcome to your astrology forecast for March 1st, Pisces. Let's explore how today's planetary positions influence you. The Sun is in Pisces, activating your first house of self, appearance, and identity. With the Sun in your sign, this is your time to shine. The energy of the day focuses on you and how you present yourself to the world. You may feel more confident in expressing your true self, or may even decide to make a fresh start in terms of your appearance or personal identity. This is a good time for self-reflection and personal growth. However, be mindful of the tendency to become overly self-centered or overly idealistic about how others see you. The Moon is also in Pisces, amplifying the emotional and intuitive energy of the day. With the Sun and Moon both in your sign, you may feel a heightened sensitivity to your emotions and the feelings of those around you. Your intuition is particularly strong today, helping you connect more deeply with yourself and others. This is a time to trust your instincts and explore your emotional depths. However, Pisces energy can sometimes make you prone to emotional overwhelm, so be sure to take time for self-care and avoid getting lost in confusion or idealism. Mercury is in Aquarius, influencing your 12th house of spirituality, subconscious, and hidden matters. Mercury in Aquarius stimulates your inner world, encouraging you to explore your subconscious thoughts, spiritual beliefs, and hidden desires. You may find yourself reflecting on your past or engaging in more introspective activities like journaling or meditation. This is a time for mental clarity regarding your deeper emotions and personal truth. However, be cautious of overly detached or intellectual approaches to your spirituality. Sometimes it's better to feel rather than think. Venus is in Pisces, influencing your first house of self, appearance, and identity. Venus in your sign enhances your charm and attractiveness, making it a great time to focus on your appearance or engage in self-care. You may also find that others are more drawn to your energy today. This is a time for expressing your love and compassion, particularly toward yourself. You may also be more inclined to seek out beauty or creative expression that feels aligned with your inner self. However, be careful of becoming too idealistic or indulgent, especially in matters of the heart. Mars is in Gemini, activating your 8th house of shared resources, transformation, and intimacy. Mars in Gemini energizes your deeper, more intimate connections with others. You may feel more motivated to engage in personal transformations, whether related to finances, shared resources, or emotional intimacy. This is a time to take action in areas that require deep commitment and trust. However, be cautious of becoming too scattered or inconsistent in your approach to these matters, as Mars in Gemini can create restlessness in intense or emotional situations. Jupiter is in Taurus, influencing your 3rd house of communication, learning, and local environment. Jupiter in Taurus brings opportunities for growth and expansion in how you communicate and learn. You may feel more inspired to connect with your local community, engage in intellectual pursuits, or explore new ideas and perspectives. This is a time to open your mind to new learning opportunities or to expand your social circle. However, be mindful of overindulgence or becoming too focused on material gain through your interactions. Saturn is in Pisces, continuing its influence on your 1st house of self, appearance, and identity. Saturn in your sign encourages you to take a more disciplined and realistic approach to your personal identity and appearance. You may feel the need to restructure your life or redefine your goals. This is a time to build a strong foundation for personal growth and self-improvement. While Saturn's energy can feel restrictive, it offers the opportunity to create lasting and meaningful change in your life. Be mindful of feeling too restricted or self-critical during this time. Uranus is in Taurus, activating your third house of communication and learning. Uranus in Taurus brings sudden insights or changes in your communication style, as well as in the way you learn and process information. You may experience breakthroughs in your understanding of certain subjects or find that your perspective on local matters is suddenly shifting. This is a time to embrace innovative thinking and be open to unconventional approaches to communication and learning. However, Uranus can also bring unpredictability, so be prepared for surprises in your local environment or interactions. Neptune is in Pisces, continuing to influence your first house of self, appearance, and identity. Neptune in your sign enhances your spiritual and creative energy. You may feel more in touch with your intuition, dreams, and artistic abilities. This is a time to embrace your idealistic side and express your true self with compassion and sensitivity. However, Neptune's influence can sometimes make things feel unclear or elusive, so be cautious of over-idealizing situations or losing a clear sense of direction. Pluto is in Capricorn, continuing its transformative influence on your 11th house of friendships, social networks, and aspirations. Pluto in Capricorn encourages deep transformation in your social life, your friendships, and your long-term goals. You may feel a desire to restructure your relationships or align your social circle with your deeper ambitions. This is a time for personal empowerment in your social interactions, but also be mindful of power dynamics or control issues within your friendships or group activities. In summary, March 1st brings a focus on your personal identity, emotional sensitivity, and communication for you, Pisces. The Sun and Moon in Pisces highlight your first house, encouraging self-reflection and personal expression. Mercury in Aquarius stimulates your subconscious and spiritual world, while Venus in Pisces enhances your charm and creativity. Mars in Gemini energizes deep personal transformations, and Jupiter in Taurus brings growth to your communication and learning. Saturn in Pisces calls for discipline in how you present yourself, while Uranus in Taurus brings sudden insights into your local environment. Neptune in Pisces enhances your spiritual energy, and Pluto in Capricorn continues to transform your social life and long-term aspirations.